watching SCAC Baseball Media Days, and joining us today from Georgetown, Texas, it is the Southwestern University baseball team, head coach R.J. Thomas, and senior first baseman Zach Lynch. And gentlemen, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, James.
Coach Thomas, we'll start with you. You enter your second season at Southwestern. Just share with us what you're trying to build here at Southwestern University and kind of your goals and expectations heading into the new year.
You know, Southwestern is a program with a ton of history, a ton of success in the past in this conference, and even before they made the move to Division III. We're trying to get back. We're trying to get this program back on the map where it needs to be and where it belongs. And you know, we've taken some good steps this year with this class and the guys we've got kind of running the program and doing some good things. So we feel like we're making strides in the right direction. Know that we've still got some steps to take before we get where we want to be, but we hopefully are going to be a step closer this year.
Coach, just share with us a little bit what you've seen so far during the preseason as you get ready for opening week here soon.
We've got a ton of guys competing for spots. That's probably the biggest thing with us right now is we're still pretty wide open in several spots, especially on our pitching staff, a couple spots in the infield. We've got guys fighting for spots across the board. With as many young guys as we've got coming in to match up with the veterans we've got coming back, it's going to be a mix and match early for us to try and piece some things together. The best part about that is we've got guys competing for jobs still. You know, we're a week out from today when we open up, and we don't have our lineup set. We don't have our pitching rotation set. We haven't even established our roles in our pitching staff yet because we do have so many guys fighting for spots, and that's a good thing for us.
Zach, I'll turn to you as you get ready for your first game here next week. Share with us what are some of your goals that you hope to accomplish this season, as well as maybe some team goals that this team has set for itself.
As an individual, I just want to lead a team. And as a team, it's about the team collecting W's. You know, it doesn't matter about one individual. So.
Coach Thomas, I'll turn back to you. One of your seniors is sitting to your left, one of 5 on the team. Still a young team that you have right now. Just tell me how important this senior class is going to be for this team to be successful.
You know, you can't be prouder of a group than I am right now of these 5 guys. I tell you what, they took a challenge of, you know, a bad year last year and wanting to make a change and them wanting to be the forefront of that change. We brought in a ton of young guys, and anytime you've got as many young guys as we've got on the roster, things can happen, especially in the fall when coaches don't have a ton of contact. These guys took it upon themselves to get us going, from workouts and field time and everything else from a structure standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, and just from being a voice for some of these guys so that they know what to expect, so that they know what's coming, I guess is the best way to put it. These guys have been there, they've done that, they know where they've been, they know where they want to go, and to have, especially guys like that, step up and then kind of take that role. You know, Tyler Coy, Ty Harry, Colton Seaton, and Jason Stading, every one of those guys has stepped in and filled a different role from a leadership standpoint. And if we do good things this year, which I think we're going to, it's going to be because these 5 guys took it upon themselves in the fall to get us going in the right direction.
Zach, I'll turn back to you. You kind of mentioned it in your last answer, but as one of the seniors on the team, how important is it for you to be one of the leaders on this team this year?
I think it's very important. You know, I think the leadership role, and as well as the other 4 seniors, it all contributes something to the team in that standpoint. So for me, it's very important to point guys in the right direction and compete out there on the field.
You are watching SCAC Baseball Media Days here with the Southwestern University baseball team. Head coach R.J. Thomas, senior first baseman Zach Lynch. And Coach Thomas, we'll turn back to you as you kind of look at this team. Share with us what you've seen so far from your pitchers and catchers and who's really stood out to you so far as they compete, as you've mentioned.
The catching staff, they've got some work to do. We've got to get better behind the plate, and that's been a focus for us. You know, throughout fall baseball and into the early spring, we've got one guy that's kind of stepped out and separated himself, a transfer kid for us, a guy that I recruited out of high school that's come down to play for us again. that we really like. We've got another guy that offensively has done a really good job for us, but he's struggling a little bit with some things we want him to do behind the plate. Our catching staff has some work. Our pitching staff, on the other hand, they've been getting better every day. We're really happy with where we are on the mound. We've got depth, we've got talent. We've still got to get those roles sorted out and where guys fit and what they're going to be able to do. But as a group, that group has really put in the work and the time and the effort. It's going to be an interesting mix of young guys and veteran guys. Jason Staley, another one of the seniors, has really stepped out and established himself. Carl Miller, who was really good for us last year, has done a great job of just continuing to work and continuing to push. And then we've got a ton of young guys that have come in and started to push, and they've pushed themselves into some roles just by showing up every day and busting their butts and getting after it.
Zach, I'll turn back to you as one of the fellow infielders, an infielder coming back, one of the returners at first base. What have you seen so far from the infield? Who are some players that have stood out to you thus far in the preseason?
The infield's going to be pretty strong, I think. Colton Shays, one heck of an athlete at shortstop. He's going to bring a lot to the team defensively. Jake Pavelek, who transferred in last year and had stuff last year, is going to bring something to the table, I believe, and we're going to be pretty solid in the infield.
Coach, I'll turn back to you, and we'll move into the outfield now. What have you seen so far from your outfielders?
We've got a pretty talented group out there. We've got 4 or 5 guys that can really get after it and do it. Each one brings a little bit something different to the table. We've got a couple of speed guys, a couple of guys who are really good offensively. Some big arms out there. Will Cates is a guy that stands out just from a physical standpoint. Was hurt for us last year, came back from a horrific injury and battled his way back, and he's healthy and ready to go. Drew Fleischman and that have really stepped in and given us some good time. Will Burks is going to be a guy, if he can stay consistent, that'll be a big piece for us on all sides of the ball. Plus outfielder, good arm, really swings the bat well. And then you go back to another senior. Ty Harridge had a great fall, great early spring, really swinging the bat well. So again, it's going to be one of those things from a coaching staff. We're really going to have to work day to day to figure out what our lineup's going to be because we do have so many guys pushing for time.
Gentlemen, we'll get you out on this final question. Zach, we will start with you, and then Coach Thomas will let you finish it off. For Southwestern to be successful in 2014, what are going to be some of the keys to success?
Compete. We have to compete on the field, but also in the weight room and conditioning and stuff like that. And just come together as a team. We've done a great job of that so far. We have to carry that over throughout the season.
And I'll build on that, James. And he hit it right on the head. We've got talent. We've got guys pushing for time. They're competing every day. We've got to get that last piece, which is the chemistry. Things got to come together a little bit, and then that's always tough when you basically have more newcomers than you've got returners. That's going to be the piece that takes a little bit longer. These guys, the senior class specifically, has done a great job of getting people together, getting them involved, getting them going in the right direction. We've got some guys really buying into that. We need some more guys to jump on board, and I think 2014 can be a special year for us if that last piece comes together.
You have been watching SCAC Baseball Media Days with the Southwestern University baseball team, head coach R.J. Thomas and senior first baseman Zach Lynch. And gentlemen, we thank you so much for joining us and taking the time out of your day. And we wish you good luck in 2014.
Thanks, James.
The Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference, a conference of good sports.